You're at UK Games Expo, and here with Chris from Z-Cards.
Z-Cards.
Z-Cards. I get getting that wrong every year. I get it wrong.
Does, yeah, no, it's okay. We've had Chi, we've had 11, and we've had Z this year, so you're just fitting a trend, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. So, last time I spoke to you was about 2 years ago?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So what's happened in the meantime?
Since then, we've sort of fully finished the playtest version of our second set, Xi Advanced, 200 new cards. We haven't got the artwork for that yet. We need to sell a little bit more of our core set first, but we're hoping a couple of years along the line we'll launch a Kickstarter. We'll have that all ready, and people can sort of experience some new stuff with the game. At the moment, we're just chugging along with what you've seen in the past, so some of the core mechanics and experimenting with some new decks, and including some old ones like the Wombats, the Arco, but also some variations on the Thousands cards, so 1,000 Gusts and 1,000 Blades, which can be played for free with 10 or more cards in your hand, and some things that bring out the big creatures a bit quicker, so combining lots of Scavengers, Wind of Cross to get yourself a lot of time and play out those Celestials.
I realise I've done this a bit back to front, and there's going to be some people out there who've never played Z-Cards, so...
Sure, Z-Cards, yeah.
I'm going to get it wrong every time, I apologise. So, give us a brief overview of what it is for people who've not heard of the game before.
Okay, so Xi-Cards is a strategic card game. At its essence, it's a bit similar to many others, such as Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic, or maybe Netrunner, but it has a fairly simple resource management mechanic. So we've got 10 time units per turn. Each player has those. That's reset every turn, and that can play any card in your deck. That means that every turn you've got an option. You can also use your time mechanic to draw cards out of your deck. And so there's no turn when you've got nothing to do. And therefore it's a game where you can every turn consider, what's my best option, what do I want to do this turn, rather than being forced into a sort of certain play or certain situation. And we'd like to think that flexibility helps keep the game moving quite quickly, but also the fact that it's just a single resource makes it quite easy to learn. It's set in a fantasy setting. All the art's done by an American chap, and it's sort of Chinese / fantasy / quite arty sort of style to it, and we're very happy with the way it looks. So yeah, that's the game.
So the original set went on Kickstarter a few years back.
Yes, that's right.
So with this expansion, you're going back to Kickstarter?
We will try and go back to Kickstarter. I mean, our first Kickstarter campaign actually only got just over half funded. Okay. So we ended up self-releasing. We've been okay with our sales since then, and we do have a bit of a following now. We've got just over 200 fans on Facebook, all of whom I think have played the game. So once we've sold a few more of these, as I said, we'll be able to get the artwork going for the second set, and once we've got that done, we will try and Kickstarter it to sell the initial packs. Yeah.
So what were the big lessons from that first Kickstarter then?
Oh wow, I mean, Kickstarter's a big endeavour, as I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this will know, and you have to be aware that there's a massive spike in your funding at the start and a small spike at the end and a big dip in the middle unless you're really, really pushing it. And I suppose one of the main lessons I learned is that face-to-face promotion is far more effective than anything you can do with online or magazines or otherwise. And I found giving away my weekends to go and speak to people and show them the game might get me a few pledges, and spending £1,000 on online advertising probably wouldn't. Right. So my sort of key lessons have been for a future campaign that I want to get, firstly, get a bit of a feel of commitment from some of the players we've already got, and then I need to set aside a lot of time to, during the campaign, actually really go and meet people and push it during the campaign. And then I'm sort of optimistic about it, and I'm going to probably roll back the budget that I have for sort of online banners and magazine advertisements, simply because I do think it gets a lot of coverage. I do think a lot of people see it, but I don't believe a lot of them necessarily convert into pledges without having a feel for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be different for some other games. Our game, as it's not so unique in its style, people really need to play it to realise that it is different and that there is something special about it compared to, say, Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! I think if someone just sees a video or just reads the description, they may think, well, what's new about this? Why should I bother with this instead of something else? Whereas if I'm able to give them a game and show them, I can get that message across a bit better. So yeah.
So that's what you've been doing here this weekend as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. UK Games Expo is undoubtedly the best place to do this sort of demoing and to meet new people and new players. And certainly we get rid of loads of stock on this weekend. We're able to show loads of people the game. It's a fantastic experience for us.
So it's going well so far then?
It's gone very well, yeah. I mean, the start of the day has been quite quiet on both the Friday and Saturday, but from the middle to the afternoon we've been fairly chocker with all 4 of our tables, people playing the games. And I'd say about half the people that have tried Sai have bought some, so we're pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Cool, well thanks very much for your time.
Awesome, thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the expo.
It's good to see you again. Polyhedron Collider, folks. It's a great
Cheers,
website.
Thank you very much. Do you want the money now? Well,